Hello, and welcome to a new episode of Corey and Kevin Talk About Nothing. If you're tuning in for the first time,
I'm Corey.
I'm Kevin, and welcome to our podcast talk show.
Woo!
Yay, episode 68, you know.
68. We're getting up there, man.
And we are getting up there in age.
Yeah. I mean, I almost changed 2 ages from doing this. Do you know that? Almost.
I get it. It's yeah. Almost 2 ages. It just sounds.
I just wanted to sound as long as possible, you know?
Yeah. It's been 20 years since we started
yes.
this thing.
That sounded really good. Okay. So before we get started though, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button so you get notified when we drop the new content. If you have any sort of ideas or anything, you can shoot us an email at cktalkaboutnothing@gmail.com. You can tweet us at CoreyKevin1. All the stuff will be down there in the windows if you're watching us.
Yeah.
It'll be in the description.
Come check us
If you're
out.
not, yeah. Come give us a listen. Give us a shout.
Be friendly.
Yeah. We're friendly sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. Depends on what movie we're talking about.
Absolutely.
Which, coincidentally, we didn't watch a movie this time.
No, we
The
didn't.
holiday, just busy time, and I'm going to be honest. If there was a movie, I wasn't going to be able to watch it.
Yeah. You're stuck on something, right?
Oh, man. It's really good. So we're on season 2.
Is it?
We're probably about halfway through season 2. Well, they're only like 10 episode seasons.
Okay, thank you. That was my next question now.
It's an
because
HBO
that's
show,
impressive.
you know. It hits different.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
you don't need 1,000 episodes to,
Yeah.
you know. But
Are you hating on Lost right now? I'm just saying.
no, actually, what I would say. No, the rewatchability, like how things are now, the rewatchability of 24 episode seasons is, wow, that's just
It's
lot
daunting.
of content. At least it's like 44 episodes, but still, like, it matters. Like, that's a lot.
Yeah. That's a
10
lot of watching.
episode, 1 hour, like 53 to 1 hour and 7 type of, you know, that special range. But this show, there's not a single character I dislike. I mean,
Well, really?
like, there's not a single actor that I don't like. Like, everybody's characters are so well done. And the story is so darn intriguing. I kid you not. If I'm tired and I'm watching that show, I perk right back up. Like, I
Really?
don't fall asleep. I can't fall asleep. It's so
Oh,
weird.
so the other night you said, yeah, that's
Yeah,
weird.
My
yeah.
my brain is like hooked to the show where I actually have to turn it off in order for me to move on with my evening, you know?
So let me ask you: is this like another zombie?
No,
It's not zombies
no,
involved
no,
in the
no,
thing. Okay, sweet.
All right, so my assumption, not my assumption, but my recommendation is, like, if you are a Lostie, which I know you are,
Yeah. Yes.
I'm pretty sure you'll love this show. There's
Okay.
there's some interesting things going on in this show. There's a lot of questions, which I loved about Lost. There are way more questions than answers, and that just leaves us to talk about it for 20 years. You know what I mean?
Sometimes I do miss, like you stating that. I miss those things that, like, the wondering of what's coming up. You know,
Yeah.
I caught the tail end of everything. You know, like, well, Game of Thrones. You know, I came
Well,
in,
yeah,
seasons
they
in.
sort of ruined all the mystical stuff of that, but yes.
But I'm just stating that as like one of those things. Once you get caught up, you always wonder what's going to happen the next week, right? You're always wondering that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get that chance with Lost, you know. Because by the time I watched it, I mean, it was full out, and I watched
that's
it.
that's a really good point. I loved watching Lost with other people because we had like a friend group that watched it live, and
yeah.
commercial breaks are like, oh man, what do you think's gonna happen? How is this gonna play out? What does this even mean in the grand scheme of things? You know, and I'd say the first 2 seasons of Lost. No, I'd say even probably the first 3 seasons of Lost. I did not watch live. I watched those on DVD.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And then after I had caught up with season 3, season 4, and on was all live.
Gotcha.
Live action.
Live action.
You know, back in the day, it really had no other choice but to watch it with. I mean, if you wanted to watch it live,
Yeah.
you had to have some sort of.
A watch party, right?
Yeah, well, watch part of it like commercials, unfortunately. But the commercials
Well,
brought
that's the
out,
crazy part.
Yeah. Good talking
Yeah.
points. And then at the end of
Yep.
every episode, there was always a discussion. And then the beautiful thing about how Lost ended is like you could still have so many conspiracies or ideas of how things, might have been because they weren't answered. And that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like you
Yeah.
like you should be able to be accepting of not
And everybody interprets things differently.
right.
You can take the same thought and just take it the same way. So I mean, we have friends that love the ending of Lost, and we have friends that just hated the ending of Lost. They love the show all the way up till the ending of it. So it goes back and forth. It's actually
Yeah, they just
I'm not
don't
gonna
understand
lie.
it. The ones that hate it just don't get it. But yeah,
Yeah, why? Yeah, see, idiots. I'm just kidding.
opinions are wrong. But yeah,
Exactly, opinion's wrong. Yeah, that's fine. But I was actually shocked because I found that out recently. I didn't know that at first. I didn't. Me and our friend did not talk about this. We must not have. I didn't know. And all of a sudden, when it got brought up, I don't know, a week or so ago, 2 weeks ago, and they were like, "Nope, the ending of it. That ending of it was terrible." They brought it up, and I'm like, and I couldn't help but look. I'm like, what?
that's insane
Okay.
to me.
Well, yeah, no.
I mean, obviously, I'm a bit biased. I love that show. Season
Yeah.
4, the greatest episode, the greatest piece of TV ever, and I'm not the only one who agrees with this. Is The Constant.
No, oh, yeah,
Season
yeah.
4,
The Constant was
episode
phenomenal.
like 5 or something like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The Constant. Desmond Hume would be my constant. That
You have
dude
to find
is
Constant.
so cool, man. Actually,
Yeah.
I'm just
Let's say-
kidding. Jessica would obviously be my constant, but
Well, yeah. Well,
love
yes,
Desmond.
yeah.
is my he isn't my all-time favorite character out of all the rewatches that I've done. Jack is my absolute favorite character from beginning to end, and just coincidentally opens his eyes and shuts his eyes. It's like everything's
Yep.
encapsulated in this little
And
Jack's
exactly.
view
That's-
type of thing.
Yep. Which is sweet, actually.
It is-
I mean, I think that's the way.
When they ended
That's
it
what
like
it's
that, I was
supposed to
like, I'm getting chills, man.
Yeah. That's awesome.
He sees
I
that
do wish. I mean,
airplane flying over. Vincent
Yeah.
runs up. I'm crying.
yeah. Did you really cry when you watched it live?
Actually, so when we watched it live, if anybody listening remembers watching it live, there was actually some weird glitch in TV, and it cut out
way.
a little section out where they actually re-aired the finale the next day because of this technical glitch, and the people that we were watching it with at the watch party were talking the whole time. You almost felt like they weren't even like losties or anything. Like it was just like
That's
not the right mood. So the next
Yeah.
day I watch it by myself, where nobody's in the room, and of course. It's the ending of the greatest TV show
Yeah.
of all time, and the characters
Yeah.
that I've loved for so long, and
With so many episodes. That's the thing. That's the difference of like them and like Breaking Bad, right? You bring up Breaking Bad is one of the best shows ever.
oh, absolutely, yeah.
You know what I mean? But they had shorter seasons, so you actually didn't. I mean, there were still like enough seasons, enough episodes. I mean, the show was phenomenal, but I think that's another like. Did you cry when Walt passed?
No, I thought so the emotional attachment is different. Like you have characters in Lost that like literally gave you that emotional attachment. Like
Okay, yeah,
yeah,
okay.
like Charlie, not
Yes.
Penny's boat. I mean, like there's so many like good guy things that were done that are in all these individual stories, character arcs, and totally different things. So like, I think it's like that culmination of this family that you're no longer gonna get to see on TV anymore, and the story's done, and this is what's I don't know. It's like the culmination of everything. I still will, maybe not recently, but I have like just thrown on the finale before, just because it's like this beautiful piece of art ending a incredibly long series, But the different side of Breaking Bad is I'm more like emotionally invested in the story, and they did the justice to that story. That is like probably the best ending of TV ever created. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The finale of Breaking Bad was just so good. I feel like I didn't miss it, especially with Better Call Saul coming right out. I felt like this universe was still around, so it's okay. But it wasn't until I watched El Camino with Jesse Pinkman on Netflix. It wasn't until I watched that I was like, I didn't realize that I had this hole of missing Breaking Bad. And it was like immediately after watching El Camino, we watched like 3 or 4 seasons of Breaking Bad because it was like, I love that. It's so good.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
I rewatched it during when the lockdown first happened at the very beginning of COVID. I rewatched Breaking Bad.
You're like, I need to make some extra money. What could I do? You're like, what could I learn?
Seriously. I mean, ideas. Just don't go in that room over there.
Right. So, just put some Tabasco sauce in there, man. All right.
That's funny.
What great shows. But
no.
So the Leftovers is
Oh yes. Back to Leftovers.
It's based off of a book. Damon Lindelof, who actually like show ran and wrote for Lost. He's like the reason Lost existed. He also did Watchmen. Get that on your bingo sheets. But he's just this phenomenal writer. And this show, I just feel like it just has like these certain mysteries where, like Lost always had those certain mysteries that you knew were, it's just the island, right? It's just part of the island. There's like things you just don't know about the island. And I feel like that's where I'm at right now in Leftovers, where I'm like, there are things that I don't think I'm ever going to find out, but I am so damn curious. Like, I cannot stop watching it. We're on season 2, episode 6. We just started this thing.
I was gonna say, I mean, I think that was Monday. Last Monday.
Like a week ago, we were probably like halfway through.
I guess 10 episodes. That's not a lot though.
Yeah, exactly. And you gotta fit them in.
Weekend.
I'm staying up until about 3 a.m. Watching these things though. That's the problem. Jessica's falling asleep, and I'm like, she won't mind if I watch one more, so I'll watch one full one. And then I get to rewatch because she's got to catch up. She's like, "Sure, you want to rewatch it?" I'm like, "Absolutely." Come on, I go. This show's
it's that good, really?
Okay. Actually, it's really kind of fun because I've gone ahead a few times now of just like 1 to 2 episodes, and then when she catches up and I rewatch it, like I catch other things, and I'm like drawing different conclusions, and I'm like, "Whoa.
Okay. All right. I'll move that up my list.
I kid you not. Yeah, like it is worth checking out. I cannot wait to continue on. So, very excited. Actually, we're lucky we're doing this podcast right now. Like, I'll just cancel and we'll just watch Leftovers for the rest of our lives. We will cancel all events. We won't leave the house. I'm just kidding. But it is phenomenal. It's phenomenal. Okay. Season 2 starts like totally different as well. Like, but the way everything's blending together. HBO. Great. Just hits different.
Actually, I gotta give HBO credit too. I don't know if I just have been kind of not paying attention, but did you know that they've actually uploaded a bunch of Impractical Jokers on there?
Oh, that's awesome.
That's cool. So before,
I wonder if they own on Netflix. True TV.
Well, they have to, because it even says all over it that it says True TV exclusive, blah, 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 through it. I mean, I guess they don't have to, but I'm assuming there's some sort of collab there. And I'm like, get out of here. Like, no way. So I watched a bunch of episodes. I didn't go up to see how many seasons they have.
Yeah, I
was
wonder how
excited to
new
see.
they could get, because I wouldn't mind
No.
actually finding all the new ones.
Well,
Or
me too.
newer,
At least a little
'cause
I'm
I'm sure
Yes.
there's some that I have not
Well,
watched.
I'm a little bit behind. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I'd
Um,
probably say we're a few seasons behind, which is cool,
Yeah,
because
so-
then you could just slam those.
Yes, because they're worth it though. That's the thing. That's the thing. That's what I love about Impractical Jokers. Before, like sometimes, like when I watch if I watch a prank YouTube videos, I can watch one or two in a row, and then it's like, all right, I'm over it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With these guys, they're making you laugh the entire time. It's more of
Yeah.
like a. I like it because it's more of like a personal thing too, right?
Well, that's-
I
yeah.
care about.
I've
know what
always
I care
loved
about
that.
you know
Yeah.
Q and Sal. You know what I mean? I love those guys, so I want them to win. I want them to do something funny. I want them to, you know what I mean? Like it's more when you watch these stuff on YouTube, it's random people just doing stuff to, you know. I mean, there's actually been a couple that I've watched recently. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. That actually I would want to like fight people. There's this one where I'm just gonna tell you real quick. I just watched it the other day in the middle of a store. They're just pushing their carts, and this guy comes up. Okay, we're in the middle of a pandemic right now, right? You're supposed to be 6 feet apart, and he takes his cart and just starts ramming it into yours. And then when you say something to him, he just goes, "Meh, meh."
Yeah,
And
that's
then-
not funny. That's just
That's not funny.
that's
Like
just
that
being
actually,
a
like,
jerk.
yeah, I want to go to that store.
Find that
You don't
person.
need to yeah,
slam into my cart.
yeah. I'm ready.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just saying. Sorry, but that's besides the point. Sorry, I had to get that off my chest. It really was like, you know,
Just not a
sorry. I
that's-
felt bad.
That's
for
not a funny prank.
No, thank you. All right. I'm going to find how many episodes are on this. Right
Very
quick.
cool. Well, a new movie did release, and I do want to watch it. I don't know if I'm supposed to have watched other ones, so I will figure that out. But Godzilla versus King Kong,
Oh yes, yeah, yes, yeah.
and I don't
wanna
know.
watch that too.
All right, I have no idea if we're supposed to, because like there's other movies. There's
Yeah.
like a movie that came out like 2 years ago. I think it was just called like Godzilla or something. And there was like a new Kong movie or something. I don't know. I'm out of that universe. I haven't watched any of that stuff in a really long time. So I'm not exactly sure if I'm supposed to watch other stuff. So I'll figure that out. But ultimately, I have heard great things about Kong versus Godzilla or Godzilla versus Kong. I don't even know the right order of it. But anyways.
Yeah, there's Kong Skull Island. I know that's one.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
So like, are those ones we're supposed to watch or not? You know, I'm not too sure of that.
Yeah, I don't know. But I did hear that this movie has actually brought a huge response to the theaters.
Oh really?
Yeah, it actually broke a bunch of records that are like pandemic type of stuff. So
That's sweet.
Yeah,
Good. I mean,
the
I'm
demand
glad that, you know what I mean. Yeah.
was
It's going
really
back.
big. They were like maxing out their occupancies in theaters and stuff. I mean, obviously with the
With COVID. Yeah,
I think they said like 60%, which sucks.
it does.
But
I
at
mean,
least
that's- yeah.
like you're getting that business. So that was like really comforting to see. Like, okay, these theaters
yeah.
just hang on a little bit longer. Let's get some of these
Absol-
big action movies in. People are gonna be like, yeah. Throw Tenet back in there. Oh,
Are you gonna watch it? Are you gonna watch
Cinemark, if you're listening, which I'm gonna email you. When the pandemic first started, gosh, 20 years ago. No, I'm just kidding. But Braveheart was coming out in theaters, not 93,
yes.
or 95.
Yeah.
But they were re-releasing it in theaters, and I was like, oh my goodness. Like, I've watched this movie so many times, and I've seen it since I was 13 years old and up, right? And I love this movie, and like, this is my only chance to see it in theaters. And then a pandemic happens, and they refunded my tickets, and no other words were spoken. And I just think they should put it back in theaters and let me see it on the big screen, okay?
That would be awesome. That would be sweet. Yeah, that would be really. That'd be a fun one to go see too. I mean, that would be
Dude,
really.
that would be incredible to watch up on the big screen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Make it happen. Also, I would like to
Yeah.
watch Gettysburg on the big screen. So, if You can make that happen as well.
Make that one.
Also, I have a whole list of movies if
Yes.
you could make that happen.
So just send me your email, and we'll send you the list. Let me just throw a couple in there myself. and
Actually,
I'll be
that
happy.
would be sweet. Like you can rent out a theater for like what $99, and be like,
Yeah.
here I've chosen the movie. It's not a new
Yes.
one. Just go find me Braveheart, damn it.
Yes,
Make
that'd be
this
awesome.
right.
Yeah.
I was gonna take my dad, Jessica. Oh, it was gonna be great. I was like, Dad, remember when you let me watch this movie when I was 13, and I've loved it ever since. I was like, well, now we can go see it in theaters, bro. And then they cancel it. So, I'm still salty about that.
I could tell. All right, so just back to the Impractical Jokers. How many seasons are on HBO?
Yes.
Max. Okay. Sorry, that took a long time, but wouldn't let me choose it. But anyways, 8 seasons actually are on there.
Oh, very cool. They had,
So
what,
there's
120
there's got to
seasons?
be some new ones. Yeah, there's got to be quite a bit. But I think that some of I'm going through with these, and I definitely have not seen, any of the ones that I'm going through right now.
Very
which is sweet.
cool. Awesome.
Yeah, so
That gives a
don't
lot
get me wrong,
of some watchability.
Yes.
Speaking of Impractical Jokers, and it doesn't have anything to do with them, but Bad Trip. Netflix released deleted scenes from. They said that what's in the movie is about half of what they filmed. And some of these deleted scenes, man, I seriously was laughing so hard. I went upstairs and Jessica's like, "What were you laughing at?" I'm like, "Oh, just the deleted scenes."
wow.
There's like
when did that come out?
What's that?
When did those come out?
The deleted scenes?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They just put it on YouTube today. Like,
Oh,
Yeah, they
my
just
bad.
put- yeah.
I thought you were saying. Oh, my bad. I
Yeah.
thought you were saying that Netflix just uploaded it. My bad.
no worries. It was on
Gotcha.
YouTube. Netflix's YouTube account put these.
Okay.
And one of them is an exorcism. And I am just impressed with the prep work the team did to make it look like an exorcism. I mean, it was incredible. And I'm like, kind of mad it wasn't in the full movie, but happy at
That's
least got to
shocking
see it.
because I was saying I haven't even where would they even put that in there? Maybe that's the problem.
Yeah, that's definitely the problem.
I'm
Like,
just
it
saying,
didn't
like,
make any
where the movie
sense.
went.
Like, it was hilarious, though. I seriously was laughing so hard.
Yeah, I wonder how many now that you said that too, just thinking about general movies and stuff, how many scenes are shot with where all the prep work goes into it, a full scene and everything happens, and then none of it gets put in. I mean, can you imagine
Cutting room
creating
floor,
that scene?
you know?
That's true. I mean, I'm just saying that's crazy, Sal. There's got to be a lot out there, but I mean, just when you think about it, when you put the thing out there like that, you're like, that's crazy. I mean, no scene of that was in there. So this scene was just a scene that was totally cut from the movie. It's just kind of crazy. I don't know.
Yeah. It was, It was so good. And then I saw, so remember when he's in the bar and he's got like the pee contraption and he's like, and the guy's like, "I don't want to smell your piss."
Oh,
He's
yeah.
like, get away from me. And then he gets like
Yeah.
really mad. Well, they had like this extra part. Well, I think the safe word was peanuts or something like that.
Okay.
And if Eric Andre said those words, then like these bodyguards would come up and at least like to try to get there in time and defend him. So anyways, Eric Andre riles the guy up and the dude gets mad as we see in the movie. And then what's cut is Eric Andre going, "Peanuts, peanuts, peanuts," and these bodyguards walk in and the guy was like, he was seconds away, man. Your actor was seconds away.
Wow.
They're like,
that's
"Hey, but
crazy.
he's good, right? He's a good actor." He's like, "Yeah, he got me. That's for sure."
yeah, I was gonna
I mean,
hurt
like
this guy,
that would get anyone. Like if I was tipsy and somebody came up and I saw them like pissing, I'd be like,
Yes.
"What the hell is wrong with you?" I mean,
Yeah, what are you doing?
I might not get aggressive right away, but I'm definitely gonna be
Yeah.
pretty angry. Like, why the
Well,
hell
yes.
are you pissing
What-
near me?
yes. Yeah.
But it was excellent. It was hilarious. So
That's awesome. I'll
check
have
it
to
out
look
on YouTube. It is so funny.
All right.
And now I'm like,
love the movie.
they better release like an hour's worth of deleted scenes.
Yeah.
I have like demands for everybody. Now,
Dude,
you
you
know?
do, man. You're a very demanding person. Do you know that?
I want the content that I want.
That's true. Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
deserve.
my cousin's gonna come over and he has not finished it yet, and he's like, "I'm gonna go home and watch it," and I'm like, I'm like, or dude, if you want to just come back over here and rewatch it,
Yeah,
I'm down.
right.
You know? So
I was
I'm
hanging
definitely
out at Easter at my in-laws, and they were like, "Oh, put whatever on the TV." And I'm like, so I like lightweight was like I had it on Bad Trip, and I like surveyed the crowd. I'm like, you know what? It's just not worth it. So I changed. I put Community on actually.
Oh, nice. Okay. All right. I watched a couple episodes of Community last night, actually.
Nice.
Pretty good. Yeah.
It's always
Every
funny
time.
because it always makes me think about the beginning of our podcast. I'm like, oh, I wonder if Corey would remember this. I wonder if Corey would remember this.
Yeah, always. Yeah, because I mean, I didn't. You know what I mean? I just watched it. That's crazy.
That's really funny.
Yeah, it's definitely made my list as my sitcom favorites.
Oh yeah,
Community.
it's definitely
Yeah,
the
for sure.
rewatchability, all that stuff.
Yes, 100%. Yeah. So you have Sunny, Office. Well, like Office. I'm so sad to say that, but anyways, Office. And I'm not downloading Peacock. I'm just saying to get it. I'm not doing. I can't do it.
No,
I'm sorry, Peacock.
I just hope when I turn Sling on that Comedy Central is playing The Office.
Playing it,
That's
yes.
all I hope for.
So I just want everybody to know that I set up a Roku out here just in case I can just flip it on if it's on because I can't do it. I can't do it. You know. I don't watch much.
The
I don't watch
Office
much
being
live
on
TV.
Netflix.
Me too.
Although,
Yeah, I mean,
I bet your productivity has gone up.
well, yes. Well, you're right because now you're watching more stuff because you don't have that like we'll just turn
Yeah,
this on
let's
for a
just
couple
throw on
episodes.
The Office. And
Exactly.
like 6
Absolutely.
seasons
Yeah.
later, you're like,
Yeah. Huh. You missed 2 days of
is
work.
winter over?
That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Not where we're at, but it's fine.
Not where we're at.
Just kidding.
Now, I have just confessed my love for The Leftovers. I'm on, halfway through season 2, which
Yes.
is a good standing. Like, it's still interesting. There's only 3 seasons, so I'm imagining it just keeps getting greater. But have you watched anything?
So yes, so I've started watching something. I have not got fully dove into it, but so you're bringing it up. Remember, I asked you if this was a zombie based, The Leftovers. I know you're gonna hate this, so I'm just gonna go quickly by this. I have been trinklinging a little bit more of The Walking Dead. I've watched all the way through till season 9, and the season 9 is the last one on Netflix. So this is the one to where we'll lead up to see where it's at. But anyways. So this new one that he brought up to me, which at first I was like a little bit I was not very interested in it. I didn't like the way it was going, and it's still kind of weird. Have you heard of Ash vs. Evil Dead? It's on Netflix special.
Is that like the newest one?
It's not. It's
Oh,
not.
it's
like
a TV
super
show,
new.
right?
It's a TV show. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a.
Have you heard
that
of it?
one? Yeah.
So do you watch some of it?
Yeah. Have you ever watched like Army of Darkness or Evil Dead?
What? No. See that's what Sean was telling me, honestly. So Sean was like, if you haven't watched
If you
these,
watch
may not
those, you would
understand-
totally understand the TV show.
Yeah. Gotcha. Well, it's just kind of like it's confusing. I don't know what's happening. They didn't explain much. I'm just like
Bruce Campbell plays Ash.
Yes, and then I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was pretty sweet when he pulls out his little
Chainsaw
safe
hand?
down there. Yeah, and he goes, yeah. And I'm thinking, all right, he's holding this hand. You know what I mean? This is his guide. He's gonna use post or something. Nah, they just screwed right to his hand. He's got a chainsaw alarm now, and I'm like, all right, well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I do like that.
We watched a bunch of that. I don't remember why we stopped, but yeah, that show was pretty funny. We enjoyed
Yeah,
it.
so he's been highly recommended to me a lot, and I gave him the power when he first stopped over. We're eating, so then I gave him the power. I'm like, just turn it wherever you want, man. I'm like, here's the remote. I was like doing something else or whatever, and he just turns it on. I walk back in there. He's like, told you to watch it, so we're watching it right now. So I'm like, all
Well,
right,
you have the
know what I mean?
power
Let's
of the
get an episode
remote.
in.
Take control of it.
Yep. So we did that, and then next thing you know, I'm on episode like 7 or 8, and I just started last night.
Yeah.
So I'm on 7 or 8 already today. You know what I mean? And they're only 25-minute episodes, which is sweet.
Yeah,
That's
and
why one
they
reason
feel
that's pretty
quick
cool.
too. Like
Yeah, for sure. The only thing I don't like that's kind of I mean, I'm not saying I don't like it because obviously I like it because I'm watching it like this. It's just sometimes like, and maybe I just got to get past this. It's like I just don't understand the evil thing yet. I don't think so. Like I do, but I don't.
Yeah,
So all of a sudden
you
it's
should
just
watch
this
the
crazy.
movies, especially
Yeah,
because
also
like
this-
Bruce Campbell is the guy in the movies. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay. Yeah. All right.
It's very campy. That's just how Sam Raimi directed Evil Dead, and then Army of Darkness. There was a newer Evil Dead, and it just wasn't as good.
Okay.
I like Bruce Campbell. Bruce Campbell was also on a show called Burn Notice, which I like.
Oh,
Burn Notice.
Yeah, I watched Burn Notice.
Yeah, that was a good show.
That was a USA show, wasn't it?
USA show, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I don't remember who the main character's name is. I don't remember who that actor is, but that actor in Sicario, I'm just gonna say he's so cool. He's very cool. Yeah,
bro, my bingo list. I'm gonna bingo today.
Sicario. Just
awesome.
saying, great actor. But Bruce Campbell, yeah. I bet you. I wonder if the same person who recommended that show enjoys. It's on the same station that brings that show out. It's called Stand Against Evil.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I don't know.
It's pretty darn funny, and it's almost just as campy. It's pretty funny.
Oh,
like you could tell, like the budget is there. You know what I mean?
Well,
but that's what has. It's got its charm. You know, I like that.
Well, but sometimes I think it's what horror movies is too. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's made to be that way because it's made like a realistic
all right,
thing.
so
you know
that's
what I'm
exactly what those movies are. They're campy, kind of just. They're very fun. But
got it. So sweet. So I mean, I'm not saying I'm not saying I dislike it, but just sometimes all of a sudden out of nowhere you see this wind coming in. The next thing you know, it hits the trailer, and whoever's inside the trailer is now a zombie and gonna murder you. You know, like yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know, it turns right, dude. Okay, so I'm just gonna this has been out for a little while, but the first scene because I didn't know what was happening yet. Okay, do you remember the first episode? Did you?
I don't know. Probably.
Okay, so this is before that you see anything. You have no idea what's going on. He felt something weird the night before.
And stuff.
Yeah, so like still that episode, okay, but before that portion of like this is like the very beginning where he goes and meets that girl at the bar, and then they go into the bar. I mean, they into the bathroom and they start having some fun. Okay,
yeah.
Which leave it playing like that, and then she turns around, right? So I'm sitting over there. I'm zoned in. I just got done eating. You know, I think I even made a cup of coffee because it was getting kind of late. Had a cup of coffee. And I like jumped when she turned around, dude. I am not gonna lie to you. And I'm like, oh, okay, this got like me that? Good, you know? Yeah, huh? So I started watching that and made me sit up. But I think that actually made me interested in the show because Sean kept saying it was like a scary comedy, horror comedy.
Oh, yeah.
And it is. I mean, it definitely is. I laughed hard. What part did I laugh at really hard? I mean, it's got to be some of his sayings. Some of his sayings are just hilarious. I mean, it's really,
Yeah, he's very proud of himself. You know?
Well, yeah, exactly. So and then another part when that doll kicked him in the mouth, okay, and he broke his tooth out, and he goes back to his camper, and he takes his bottom jaw out and puts it in the jar, and then grabs his new one and puts it back in for his mouth. I don't know why his dentures. I know the word. I was laughing at that part too, you know, because he's that guy that's not the way it is, right? He's Mr. Perfect, you know, and then he comes down to it.
That's funny.
So yeah, it was really. I laughed really hard at. I mean, there's multiple parts I was laughing hard at. Then there's also parts that were kind of, blah. But
well, you have your opinion, and it.
Yeah, and it's wrong. But
I'm just kidding. I haven't watched a drastic amount of that show, so I do know, you know.
No.
But I just know that the movies were very funny. The TV show that we watched was pretty funny. I don't remember why we stopped. Probably because it was on TV at the time, and we're horrible at keeping up with that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, your attention span is not that long, you know.
You don't. Well, I don't. Yeah, the coming back to it. Nah.
Well, see, but I think that's where DVR was really helped out with that too, though, because if you can record the show live and then go back and watch it.
But we don't even use that.
You guys have DVR or something?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's sweet.
It's very sweet. Cloud storage, bro.
I might have to look into. I'm never mind, but.
Yeah, if you do, use my referral code.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
If anybody else would like my referral code,
exactly.
I'll drop it in the links.
Yeah.
Drop it in the links
awesome.
there.
That's funny.
Black Widow got a new trailer out.
Yeah. Oh, and it looked pretty good.
Yes, that movie's looking. That's going to be a lot of fun. That is going to.
It is.
Plus, I love David Harbour, man. He's like being the dad. He's like, you're strong, you know?
Yes. Yeah. Mhm.
He's so cool. I like the new Hellboy. I know that's a controversial statement because I like Ron Perlman as Hellboy as well. I still think he's like Hellboy.
The original. Yeah.
I think David Harbour did a great job as Hellboy. But anyways,
Okay.
yeah, that movie looked pretty fun. Mortal Kombat.
Oh yes, yes. That's another
I'm
one.
like,
Pumped.
oh, I guess like it's been a perfect amount of years since the other ones came out because like the graphics look amazing, man.
Yes, for
That's
sure.
gonna be a
So-
fun movie.
It's actually making me mad though because you look at one site, it tells you April 16th of the release date, which we get all pumped for, and blah blah blah. And then you actually look at it on another site, and it's April 21st or 23rd or something. They pushed it back a full week, and you're like, well, which date is it? We have no. I
I
don't
think
know.
it's April 16th.
If you look it up, you know what I mean. I'm not saying right now, but look it up, and it's just the first site will always tell you April 16th. Then you go to the next site. I think it was IMDb or something like that. Release date says that. It says that. So I'm like, now don't be wrong. It could be. Like, I wonder if it is it. Do you know? You may know this answer. Is it gonna be released in theaters for a week before it's released on HBO?
No, it'll be the same way all the other ones are released. It'll be
Okay, gotcha. I didn't know because
at the very same time.
Gotcha. I didn't know because things are opening a little bit more, and you know what I mean. Things. So I didn't know if like they're going to start trying to work back into the way it used to be by like
No,
releasing the
they're-
movie in theaters first.
Yeah, they're
somehow,
sticking with the same plan of every month.
Yeah,
Those movies will be hitting with HBO Max as well.
that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's definitely awesome. I mean, it sucks for directors who
Movie
like
theaters.
I only want theatrical releases, but at least I can
Well,
see
yeah.
the movies. So
Exactly. That's the thing. I mean, would you? Yeah. I mean, to me, is a piece of work better than you know what I mean? Having to get to certain no wrong dollar amounts. I mean,
right, it means you get
that- I
you
mean-
get employed and you
Yeah.
get to eat again, but also like that's not necessarily what art is about.
Well, you're right. You are right. You are right.
Yeah.
But
Are you planning
So-
on watching anything coming up?
leftovers. Yeah, definitely leftovers, and then
I wonder if there's any Funkos of leftovers.
Yeah. You haven't found them yet already?
Yeah, I know. I
shocked.
just thought.
I'm
I just
shocked.
thought of it. I don't know.
Nah.
I have to get a whole new
That's,
shelf going, which means
Yes.
I need 12 of them. Okay. Well, I still need more Losties. I only have Jack and Kate.
Oh yeah, I got you. Well, what would be your next one if you bought another one? Who would it be? Like if you had to choose one more.
Either Sawyer or Hurley.
Yeah, I think mine would probably be. I don't know, Hurley. I'd probably be Hurley. I
Yeah.
would have to say, but
Yeah.
I mean Hurley is just. I mean,
I mean, he's the one. You know,
he's the one. He is. Who
He's
knew?
the one. Yeah.
So, but other than that, I really can't think of anything else besides the stuff we already talked about. Godzilla. I definitely want to see that. Then more back to Mortal Kombat again. Because that's really not far away.
Yeah, it's not
from
too
there,
far
so-
away. My coworker recommended a movie. It's a movie I've wanted to watch, but I haven't gotten around to it. It's with Viggo Mortensen, or I don't know how to say his last name, but he's from Lord of the Rings, which I don't know if you'd remember. Aragorn.
Probably not. Oh,
Strider, Aragorn. Anyways,
I do.
The king, the
Yeah.
rightful king. He is in a movie called Captain Fantastic, and the only thing I kind of know about it is it's about kind of like this family that lives out in the woods.
okay.
Something like that. Big family, too. But anyways, he said it was a movie. He's like, I normally don't spend a whole lot of time thinking about movies after I've watched them. He's like, but it's been a week, and I can't stop thinking about this movie. I'm like, that's a great recommendation. I
Yep.
was like, I
Yep.
love that kind of stuff. So I was like, all right, I'm moving it up on the list. I like those kind of recommendations. So I'm going to
Okay.
try to smash some Captain Fantastic. It's on Netflix right now.
Nice. Okay. All right. And wait, is it a show or a movie?
Movie. It's a movie.
Okay. Gotcha. I thought you said when you're gonna smash some, I thought you meant like some episodes.
Oh, sorry. Just smash the movie out.
Got it.
Oh,
I get it.
that's what I was going to also come up with. We were talking about zombie stuff earlier.
Yes.
And Zack Snyder, hashtag return the Snyderverse. Make sure everybody gets that out
Hashtag.
because
Yep.
it's that's just the way it should be. Anyway, Zack Snyder also did another movie before Justice League, and it's called Army of the Dead. No, Army. Man, I think it might be.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, it'll be popping up here right now in my brain. Army of the
Dead. Okay.
And it's looks awesome. I don't know if you've seen the trailer or anything. Dave Bautista is in it. I'm not really sure. I remember too many of these other people, but the movie looks awesome. And Zack Snyder knows how to do some zombie stuff. I'm pretty excited about this movie.
Yeah, I mean, I like watching the quick trailer and it looked pretty good. I mean, it's looking. I mean,
yeah, like the quick looks. Yeah, it's gonna be all sorts of action packed, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's you get your Zack Snyder action, which I'm really pumped about. So we were talking about the zombies, and that got me thinking of the Army of the Dead, and looks like people have like different weapons and different like things they use to fight, and I'm pretty excited about it. So
May 21st. So it's already out then.
May comes after April, but
2021. How about that?
How about well, here's the true tale. Is that getting cut out? No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so that's like a Netflix special, man. That's like a new Netflix movie that's coming out. Netflix is so cool.
No, that's awesome.
I can't wait to find out when my boy Leo's movie comes out. It's like, oh, Leo's got a new movie.
Yep. So we'll have probably 3 podcasts on it, I'm guessing.
Yeah, like first one is just to talk about Leo.
Yeah.
Second is how does Leo make me feel? And then third are top 30 Leo movies. I'm just kidding.
And fourth, we'll talk about the new movie.
Yeah, like every single movie is a top Leo movie.
That's funny.
Yeah, that is funny, but Leo, you're fantastic. Hit me up, bro. I know you're listening to these. You're just waiting for the right moment. So, all right, when we're talking about you, Leo, feel free to call in. My number is bleep, bleep, bleep.
Yeah.
I'm not foolish enough to do that.
But I am.
You like actually give out your phone number?
Yeah.
I'll give you my email address. CK talking about nothing at gmail.com. Get a bunch of like fake Leo accounts emailing us.
Make us feel good about it, though.
He's just a phenomenal actor, so I just get excited for because whatever he's chosen to work in, like there's a reason. I mean, that's such a cool part about being like an A-lister or somebody like Leo, where you don't ever have to do anything you don't want to do. You probably get 1,000 offers. And you're like, no way.
I'm good. He picks and chooses.
Yeah.
And
then he finds one that he likes. And
the thing about, you are right. If you think about not like every single one of his, like when he was younger and stuff, but his movies, have been absolutely, like knockouts. There is. I just everyone I think I'm like, yep, I liked it. Yep, I liked it.
I was gonna say,
I liked it.
Like, oh, well, that one I liked a lot. That one I also liked a lot. Oh, wait a minute, he was in that one, of course.
That's funny.
Yeah, my boy Leo. Anyways, we won't spend this podcast talking about
my
boy Leo. I'm gonna get for that episode. I'm gonna change all my posters to like fanboy Leo posters of like Titanic era Leo.
Yeah. Well, that's
Heartthrob.
Well, it's funny because I was actually looking for a Titanic the other day, and I really didn't search hard for it, but I was over Easter. It was actually Easter. That was yesterday. My little brother says something to me about it, and I'm like, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, man." He goes, "My girlfriend really wants to watch it, and she heard it's a great love story, so we're gonna have to watch it." So I'm like, "Man!" So we talked about it for a second. I'm like, "I kind of want to go home and watch it," So I really
it is such a good movie.
Man, it's kind of crazy, and I'm actually shocked because neither one of them have seen it. Neither one of them have. So this is gonna be they're
97. That movie came out in 97.
That's
It's not even
crazy.
on the radar, bro.
No. Well, yeah, but I guess the first time that him and his girlfriend are going to watch a movie, that's what happens, like and they want to watch the Titanic.
Yeah, they're not watching a movie. I'm just kidding. Get it? Keep it PG.
Yep,
Anyways,
delete that one.
Titanic. Yeah, I saw that movie when I'm pretty sure when 97. So I think I was like 13 or something. Saw it in theaters. They had intermissions back then on that one.
Oh yeah,
and,
okay. That was how long is the movie again?
That was a pretty long movie. It was
like 3 hours,
for
right?
VHS. It was the double tape.
Yes, my mom had it. I'll never forget that ever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I really loved that movie. I thought it was fantastic. It was so good. And then Jessica and I have also gone. Titanic re-released in theaters when it was when they put it out in 3D. So we watched it in 3D in theater, and then they also re-released it again just for the heck of it, and we went and watched it again. So we've watched it in theaters twice together. And it's so funny. I'm like, I'll do it again. I throw it in theaters and say I don't go and show up. I will. It's just a good movie. I'll die on that hill.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right.
See ya.
Jessica and I have also watched all 3 Lord of the Rings in theater. We watched Home Alone in theater. That was awesome. Home Alone?
Yeah, the original one?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, because Cinemark is so cool, man. They'll like during certain times they'll put out a bunch of old movies that
yeah, why wouldn't they? That's one thing that what I mean. That makes so much sense. That's so cool.
It does.
Because
It's so cool.
Yeah.
To say you got to see some of these movies in theaters,
Exactly.
it's like, this is sweet. This is really cool.
Yeah.
Man, speaking about theaters and hearing about them, getting some more attention, I'm like, oh man, I'm getting the itch too. I would love to. It's just the whole thing of it. You got your popcorn, your drink, and that previews come up. I'm a big previews person, so if you're running late for a movie, I'm a little angry. I like the previews. I gotta see.
You gotta know what's coming out, right? Yes.
What's popping? I don't even care if they're bad previews, because you'll know if they're bad previews, because they'll be like, that looks like a junker,
Yeah.
like that one looks terrible, and people are like, shut up. I'm like, movie hasn't started yet. No, I'm just kidding. But, I'm very respectful.
So you're that guy.
No, I'm
You're
very
that
respectful.
guy. I know.
I've gotten ballsier in my age of going to the theaters. I have definitely called people out and have yelled at a person before as well for talking in the theater, because I just can't stand it. If I see a freaking cell phone light up, I'll take it out of your hands and throw it in the trash. Okay.
So yeah, I was reading like some comments about it and stuff too, about the movie theaters and all that, and they were like, I'm super excited to go back to the movies. Actually, it was when when the picture came out that Christopher Nolan was going to watch a movie. Like, the theater started back up. So I started like reading other things about it, and they're like, yeah, we're super excited, and the picture, somebody took a photo, so it's like pre-COVID. She goes, I'm super excited, but besides, I don't want this to happen again. So there should be limits of what they're allowed to bring inside, right? There was 3 kids. There's a family down there with 3 kids, and all 3 kids had iPads watching something else.
That's insane, man. That's insane.
I'm like, what is going on? Like, that blew my. I should have screen grabbed and sent it to you, but I was like, that's what ruins it. You know what I mean? Like, why? You know what I mean? There's enough side light. You don't need to do that. If they're not going to pay attention to watch it, I mean, figure something else out. Like, I mean, and to do that, you're ruining other people's times, and you're paying for 3 tickets that are not even doing it.
Yeah. Everybody has purchased a ticket. Everybody is there for a specific reason, and then you're going to be that person that causes everybody's enjoyable time to be affected.
Yeah.
Like, it's just.
I'll do that if I'm watching a movie. If I'm watching a movie with somebody, and they pull their phone out and it's in my vision, I'm saying something to them.
Yeah, when I was, we were watching Warcraft in theaters. It came out that day, opening day, and we're watching it, and this guy is talking just like and it wasn't a crowded theater, unfortunately. But the two rows behind, there's this person just talking at like a regular volume, like he didn't care about anybody else in the theater. So eventually, I said, "Would you just shut the bleep up?" And he did for the longest time. It wasn't until like the last 5 minutes of the movie I heard him pipe back up, and I'm like, "Oh, you son of a gun!" But that's all right.
Yeah.
But that kind of stuff just takes you out of the movie, man. It
It
bothers
does
me.
every single time. Yeah, I just don't. I don't understand it. I personally, I don't like it. That's why everybody wants to sit in the middle and stuff too. But I want to sit in like the back or like the front. You know how there's 2 levels.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to actually sit on that lower level and up top because then I don't get everybody's stuff from the back. I don't get everybody's stuff from, you know what I mean, and I can really look over everybody else in the front of me. So I'm telling you, I think that's a perfect spot. When we went and watched one movie as a friend group. Yeah, the middle up there in the back. Yeah, okay, for visual as a movie, yes. But if people are gonna have their cell phones open and stuff,
Yeah, I'm not willing to No, I'm getting that. I'm getting my prime spot.
yes.
Now, especially now that there's all these recliners. I'm sorry, we're just gonna have to disagree on buying movie tickets and just sacrifice.
That's fine.
I don't like it.
Well, that's fine.
But it was at least there's recliners now.
Yeah.
Almost limiting like some
The
of
visuals.
that. Yeah, exactly. It gives you
The
it gives you
eyesight.
more,
Because if they do that, then that may be perfect. Because
Yeah,
that's the
right.
thing. When you're sitting at a normal chair, you're sitting up and like you're leaning towards it, but your visuals down.
Oh yeah, your peripherals
So
are
you
still
see-
seeing
yes.
everything around.
Yes.
But when
so
you
like
sit
that's what I liked
back-
about that seat. Yeah. Because if my eyes have to go up, I'm seeing less down. Right? Just it's natural.
Oh man, one time my father-in-law wanted to go see San Andreas. And I was just like, of course you want to go see San Andreas. You know, like I don't really want to go see San Andreas. I have already seen that movie. But you know what? I was like, I love going to the theater, so why not, right?
Yeah.
Theater's packed. We unfortunately get there later. And we have to sit at these front row seats with your head tilted, looking up to the left, and it's just at certain times I'm actually not even watching the movie. I'm just staring straight ahead because I'm like, this is actually awful. Not only is this a movie I would actually never pay to see in theater, but these are the worst seats imaginable, and I am so mad right now.
That sucks, man.
But you know what? Whatever. It's an experience, right?
I think that's true. You learned it. You hated it.
I love going to the theaters. I can't wait to go to a theater. One day, Corey and Kevin are going to become so filthy rich. We're going to own our own theater.
Yeah.
And then we'll show whatever movies we want. I'll throw Braveheart on there then. I'll make my own dream come true.
Yep.
Anyways,
We watch all those sweet movies. Yeah, we watch every movie as a theater movie.
a theater movie. Oh, cool.
I like it.
I like it too. See, I would say my plans for this week are to get to Captain Fantastic, obviously continue Leftovers, and then we'll watch like Kong or something. We're gonna watch that.
Yeah, you want to do
that?
Kong? I'm down for that for sure.
All right.
Okay.
So I gotta fit some stuff in, but I think I can do that.
Yeah.
Man, I mean,
Make time.
nothing's
time.
as crazier as Justice League where you fit in 4 hours.
Oh.
You know.
Yeah, I mean that's set aside some time. You know, that's like watching 2 movies.
That's right. That's like doing
So,
Captain Fantastic and
sure.
getting in Gong, maybe, you know?
Yeah.
Probably, actually. It probably equates to 4 hours.
That's crazy. Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
That's kind of wild. I could watch 4 episodes of The Leftovers or almost half a season or one movie. They said that they had like over 5 hours of like visuals for Kong versus Godzilla.
Wow.
But that they're not going to like release anything that's longer. I'm like, yeah, that's like you're just watch it too much. I mean,
Well,
I'm
absolutely.
sure it's awesome, but I don't think I need 5 hours of just like,
No.
okay, end this. What
Yes, exactly. What is
rip
happening?
a head off or something? I don't know.
I do think I'm gonna get a sweet sound bar, and then when I'm gonna get the sound bar this week.
there you go.
I've been looking into it, and I'm slowly upgrading my products over there now. I did a lot of upgrading over here.
Consumer products.
Yes, I'm about to start upgrading over there a little bit more. I don't know. I've also been on the market for PS5. Yeah, bro. Searching heavy.
PS5.
Yeah.
Speaking of PS5, I'm very excited to hear more news about the new Call of Duty and more news about Battlefield 6.
No.
That's all I have to say
Hands
about that.
Mic drop.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome.
All right. Well, you got anything for us?
Actually, no, man. I got nothing for you this week.
Very cool. Yeah. Well, what do you say we end this thing?
I say let's do it, man. It's a good time talking to you. It's a good time talking to everybody,
It's been a great time talking to you. and
Yes. So
I hope whoever's listening to this has one hell of a week. Get out there.
yes. Tear it up. Just do it.
Just do it. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for watching.